Kaboom! We are now live, Amazon Seller AMA. I wanted to do a live stream this evening to connect with those that may have missed this afternoon's live stream while I was waiting for the kids on the pickup line. I only had a chance to stream for about 10 minutes, and I want to keep connected with you guys, and I want to keep adding value to the community. So here I am. Hit me with the questions. I hope everybody had a great day. I did indeed. Hit the gym, got a haircut, and went straight to Famous Footwear to do some scanning of products because I've been finding bangers at Famous Footwear. Now, I went to a new location today. Well, not a new location. I went to a different location today, and unfortunately, I found zero deals. I found one in the clearance in the back, but the box was ripped, and I was like, I skipped it. But next door there was a Ross, and I normally don't go to the Marshalls, the Rosses, the TJ Maxxes, but I've seen people have success out there, so I decided to step into the Ross and start scanning beauty products and creams and makeups and stuff like that. I didn't come across really anything. Then I head over to the toy section. Didn't find anything at the toy section. And next to the toy section, there's art supplies. And I did come across some art supplies that were worth buying, just a couple units, but the ROI was nice. It was a good ROI. And then I slid over to the men's section and started looking at the apparel, looking at the slides, the sandals, and the underwears and the undershirts. So I ended up picking up some shirts. I got some shirts. All in all, it was less than $100 worth of product, and I was there for, between Famous Footwear and Ross was probably, a little bit more than an hour, about an hour or so. So I don't know if it was worth my time, to be honest with you. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. I told you guys before that this game of sourcing is a lot like fishing. Sometimes you're going to go out there, you're going to catch a whopper immediately. Other times you're going to have to troll for a while and see if, big ones, bites on your hook. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. So, unfortunately, I didn't purchase as much as I wanted to today, but I certainly did. So, I make it a habit, and I try to repeat the habit of purchasing every single day. Now, just right now, I got off a call with the FBA mastermind group that I'm in with the six-figure sellers, a banging call. We're going out over different strategies of sourcing products via Keepa. And, I got to say the sauce was definitely high-level sauce. And those are things that you get if you pay to get into high-level groups like I did. And, I really recommend you guys to don't be scared, don't be nickel and diming, and don't be scared to spend in your education and to learn from people that are more knowledgeable than yourself. And, I certainly do. And then I'm also available to do one-on-one calls with newbies and people that may have questions about getting started or about, ways to source. You can always link in my bio. I do one-on-one calls, and, I've helped several people. We also have the Discord, of course. The Discord is open house. I don't know for how long. We definitely are exploring options of maybe making it pay to play or putting a barrier to entry, but that none of that's confirmed. And then, of course, we have the FBA roadmap linked in the Discord, which is a full course that'll take you from 0 to perhaps even 10K plus if you pay attention. And that's not taught by me; it's taught by Miles, which is a leader in the space. And it's highly recommended. I mean, it basically covers everything of, learning all the charts and all the sourcing methods and almost everything that you need to know and more of Amazon selling. That course runs for $600. I definitely think it's well worth it. It's a lot cheaper than the mastermind group that I'm in, and I believe that it includes a once a week Zoom call. What's my Discord? It's the A+ Amazon Seller Discord, and it's linked in my it's linked to my bio. You just hit the link tree in my bio. It's the very top link. And if not, just DM me, and after I get off the live stream, I'll try my best to respond. I try my best to respond to everybody personally. I don't have any bots. I don't have any VAs or assistants or anything. So if you're going to hit me up, I'm going to hit you back personally. There's a lot of influencers online, and that they either have a bot or they have VA virtual assistants talking for them. That's not me. I have none of my content is scripted. I do everything off the top of the head, and I try to keep as candid as possible, and that's what's worked for me, and that's how I'm able to have grown this account from about 3K to about 11K right now in just about 30 to 45 days. That's how long I've been doing this type of content. Along with the other content that I do is motivation, fitness, and of course I'm a record producer for 10 plus years. I run a label, 95 Labs. If you want to check out my music, I'm on Spotify, Tev95, TEV95, all one word, all caps, except the E. Shout out to Yerson, shout out to Roberto and everybody else here in the chat. I hope everybody's having a great night. I'm excited about the Discord success, guys. I posted a lot of success there on the stories. We got members getting approved for Nike. A couple members got approved today for Nike. Another person for Hot Wheels, Barbies, the grocery and gourmet food categories, and the instructions are there. And we're helping newbies get started, and we have some accomplished sellers there as well. And it's a great community. Honestly, it's a great community. And I'm proud to have built that community. Right now, the door is completely open. I don't know of any other Discord that you could just slide right in without at least providing an email. But for right now, it's open. It's slid right in. I don't know how long that's going to be. We have 400 plus members. And I'm doing my best to respond to everybody. But, my time's money as well. So perhaps we do a section of the Discord that's pay to play, or that you have to pay to have access to and have a little bit more support, or a damn near make the whole thing a paid Discord. I don't know, but if you're in there now, you've been getting value, and I'm definitely proud of that, because we've had success with these new members. We have ways of getting started. We have software tools, instructions for engaging on the big brands, Nike, Adidas, etc. Cashback, guys. If you're not using a cashback app or more than one, you're leaving money on the table. And I have a list of supplies for all the newbies, down to the printer, different options for printers, where I get the labels, where I get the poly bags. It's all listed right there. And again, it's free to join. You can just slide right in. The Discord's called A+ Amazon Sellers, and it's linked in my bio. If you head to my bio, there's a link tree, 95 Labs link tree. And at the top of that link tree link, there's a link to the Discord. I also have the link to my one-on-one calls. If you want to talk to me personally, I'm here to help. I really am here to help you. We could jump on a Zoom call, and I can help you one-on-one. And I also have the FBA Roadmap course linked, which is 20 plus hours of content covering everything from A to Z. It's the course that you need. It's not from me. It's from Miles, Flips for Miles, which is a leader in the space. And he's got the most content out there when it comes to Amazon reselling. He's dominating the space. I learned from him. I'm in a mastermind group with him. That's way more than the course. And I just got off a call with them right now, a Zoom call, just a banging methods of sourcing products on Keepa, high level stuff. Do I buy from wholesalers? No, I'm interested in buying from wholesalers. I just really don't have that plug at the moment. I've been doing for over a year just retail and online arbitrage, finding mismatched products and selling them at a premium on Amazon. And I do primarily fulfillment by Amazon, where Amazon fulfills my orders and they hold all my inventory. But, there's an option to do fulfillment by merchant, where you can actually fill the orders like yourself, similar to selling like on eBay. You list the item. With Amazon, you're not really listing the item. You're not creating the listing. You're just adding your inventory to an existing listing. So you says, I want to sell my product too. You may have, this Nike shirt or a Nike hoodie or a candy or whatever it is. You find it on Amazon, you say sell mines, and you can add your product inventory, and then you have an option whether you want to fulfill it yourself, fulfillment by merchant, that's FBM, that's the acronym, or fulfillment by Amazon, which is FBA. And in that case, you send in the goods to the Amazon warehouse, they stock it, they hold it for you in the warehouse, and when the item sells, they send it out. And that way your items could be available for Amazon Prime. Guys, most people don't know this, but more than half of the products that you buy from Amazon are actually by third-party sellers. So Amazon really doesn't own the inventory. They're just fulfilling orders and then shipping out orders. I have a question. To be approved to sell one brand, we just have to get unlocked once? Yeah. So once you get ungated and approved to sell a particular brand, the door's open and you can list on that brand. You can list 1 item, 2 items, 3 items. The instructions for getting ungated are specifically listed in my Discord. But to summarize, you need an invoice that says that you bought 10 of a specific item and a specific brand. So, like 10 Nike hoodies or 10 Nike socks or whatever. Most people try to buy something that's cheap in order to get that invoice and get the ball rolling. You're not required to list the items that you get ungated with. So you have the option to perhaps return them or just sell them at a loss. So a lot of people are, newbies, they're stuck. They're like, I can't find any profitable items to get ungated with. That's not the point. The point is just get ungated, get the door open. And once you're approved to sell a brand, you should be able to make your money back or whatever you spent to get ungated with those original 10 items. And then we could buy items in any store of that brand and post it. I wouldn't say any store. I mean, had people asking me questions of, if they can buy from Alibaba. I don't buy from Alibaba. I don't buy from China. I don't buy generic products or would be potentially bootleg products. I buy from legitimate retail sources. Like I said, I was buying products at Ross today. I literally went to Ross, and I got some items on clearance. And they're mismatched. The prices are off. So the prices are lower at Ross and they're selling higher on Amazon. So you're not buying bootlegs at Ross. So I'm buying at places that are legitimate. And I save all my receipts. I save all my receipts just in case if there's any complaints or anything. I got, proof of the pudding that, look, this is where I got the item. It's from a legit store. It's not from a mom and pop. No disrespect to mom and pops, but I'm buying from the big dogs. All right, we're doing big dog business right here, and that's the way I'm going. What do you do about the FBA fees? That's a good question. SellerAmp is one of the software tools that I use. It's also linked in the Discord. All the software tools that I use is linked in the Discord, but SellerAmp has a cost calculator that accounts for FBA fees. And you can also account for inbound shipping fees. You can also account for taxes in your state. I'm in the state of Florida, and the tax rate here is 7%. So, I add that to the max cost. So there's a calculator that'll tell you what the max cost that you're looking to pay in order to get X ROI. I like to get about a 30% ROI. So that's what I have it set at. You could change it. You could put 25%, or put it higher, 35%, or whatever percentage you want. But that's the target. So, I try to source products that have about a 30% ROI. Sometimes it's a little less. Sometimes, obviously, if it's more, it's better. How about labeling and sending it to FDA? Do you do it manually? Yeah, you got to label it. There's a feature that you could send it in and they can just scan the manufacturer's barcode, but not with all the products. So you have to prepare the items yourself or hire a prep center. I don't hire a prep center, that comes at a cost. I know sellers that I'm in the group with that they're 6-figure plus sellers per month, and they hire prep centers for people to do that for them. But no, I prepare all my orders, and I have a lot of reels right here on my IG of me preparing orders. I even have my children help out sometimes. They love bagging and tagging with me, especially my daughter. She loves labeling the products with me, and it's fun for her. It's like a game. I was like, oh, this is for the store. And she's like, she thinks we're playing. But I tell her, I'm like, no, this is like real work. We're really working, So, yeah, you're able to even hire your children under your company in the future if that's the route you want to go. There's tax advantages and stuff like that. I'm not the tax man, but, I'm familiar with some of the advantages. Latin ladies here, boss ladies here. And shout out to all the ladies in the Discord too. We've had some wins. Some of you girls are killing it out there. So there's no discrimination. This is not a men's business or a woman's business. Like anybody can get it out here. I've seen a lot of ladies definitely making sales. One of I posted this earlier this week or last week. One of the girls in our Discord, Devi, she just started about a month ago, and she posted, I've already sold a couple thousand. And people were like, oh, how did you do it? And she's like, yeah, I just started about a month ago. I started going into the Dollar Tree, scanning the items, and I started buying candy. I was like, candy? That's awesome. I've never bought candy. I've never done that. I've seen people do it, but, that's not really my lane. Latin lady says, hey, with your help, 53, been working since I was 15. I'm ready to retire. There you go. I mean, listen, I don't make any guarantees about retiring out here or anything like that. This is definitely, work, but I've seen people do really well. I'm definitely not where I want to be at, but I sell 10K plus per month. I post my results. So my goals are to hit a 20K is the next goal I want to hit, and I would like to be at 50K per month by sometime in the summer. And I know it's definitely possible because like even the call I just got off of, most of these guys are at six figures, and it's totally possible. Just like anything else, you got to practice. Retired from my job. I've been out for 30 years. Cali's not cheap. Oh yeah, Cali is not cheap. I was born in LA, so I'm familiar with Cali. JC Special Nails Plus Lashes says I started about 1 month and what? Let us know. Let us know. Yeah, but I think that a lot of women are attracted to this because they like shopping. Some girls like shopping. So if you like going shopping, instead of wasting that money and spending money and kind of having an expense, instead maybe you could fulfill that need to shop with buying things so you could sell them. You know what I mean? So you could hit the stores. And let me tell you, I've sold some makeup. I've sold makeup brands, and the beauty products sell. The beauty products sell, and then the girls are gonna know better about beauty products than I do. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, so I recommend doing focusing on items and or categories that you are familiar with. I started about 1 month, and I'm doing the start. Doing Dollar Tree and Dollar General has been great. There you go. I'm not really familiar with that. I'm going to check it out soon. I have a Dollar Tree not too far by. What's up, De Silva? I see you. De Silva's doing great. He's another one of our Discord members. He's up in there, definitely trying to stay patient. I see you trying to stay patient. I need you patient, bro. I need you patient out there. But definitely very helpful. Very helpful in the community. And he's several thousand. I think you may hit 10K this month. De Silva, one of our members. So shout out to you. Dollar Tree and Dollar General. Yeah, people buy candy. Debbie was buying candy at the Dollar Tree. So, listen, it sounds attractive, and, that stuff moves. I'm sure it probably moves very fast. I don't have experience selling candy and much groceries, but those are easy categories to get started in. The capital, I would assume, is a little less than, buying a pair of kicks for $70 or something. You can get candies for under $10. But at the same token, I look at it like, it's like it's nickel and diming. You're selling kind of nick bags, you know what I'm saying? But the profits could be probably good. I like to sell items that are $25 plus, closer to 50. Me personally, because you sell 10 units at 25, you're already at 250. You sell 10 units at 10, you've only sold $100, and you see what I'm saying? Like I like to see the money stack, but everybody has a different method, and my route is not going to be similar to everybody else's route. You got to find your little niche, and I've seen people have successes, and I just gave you the example with a brand new seller less than a month in, already several thousands off candy. So, it's a start. That's what I'm working on. Yeah, JC Special Nails and plus and lashes. Yeah. There you go. Go for it. If that's the niche you got, if you got a store close by, attack. Do it. Attack. Find your niche, and you start getting better. And now, I sell a lot of apparel, so I can source a lot faster. I can scan the stores a lot faster. I know kind of what I'm looking for. I'm familiar with the prices already. Like when it comes to Nike and Adidas, I already know. I have an idea of what moves and what the prices are looking for at the beginning. I knew I liked the brands, and I knew it was kind of cool or whatever, but it's learning about what's ranking, and especially when it comes to apparel, it's not necessarily the trendy, the fly stuff, like it's not the flyest and the newest that's gonna sell. It's gonna be more of the generic basic stuff, like the black shirt, the black hoodie, the gray hoodie, the simple shoes. You know what I mean? Not necessarily the most flyest ones that are the most exclusive ones. Boring shit sells. Yeah, that's true. I can see how you could label it boring, but it's just like, I would say basic. It's better is the better description. The very basic, sure, because everybody needs a black tea. You may say it's boring, but people need it. But yeah, you could say boring or basic or however, whatever adjective you want to use. But yeah, it makes sense. And you start learning that. Especially with the apparel, that's the predominantly the stuff that I sell. Everyday stuff, yeah, that's true. The everyday stuff. That's predominantly what I sell is the apparel, and I found the niche in that. But although, okay, and I was talking about about this with someone offline today. Since I want to scale into wholesale, I'm also testing other categories to see if I can find replenishable products that I can buy at bulk. Because when it comes to apparel, especially these big brands like Nike, Adidas, the chances of getting a Nike wholesale contract are next to none. You could be selling perhaps millions of dollars in revenue, and Nike's not going to give you a contract. That's just not really how it goes. And plus, you probably more than likely need an actual retail store or stores plural to get a Nike or an Adidas wholesale account. Most of the stores that you see that sell shoes, like the mom and pop stores that these urban clothing stores that they sell Nike, they're reselling. They're not getting like a pallet of Nikes. Am I RA only? No. In fact, actually, I would say that I have more experience OA. It's only recently, at the end of the year, really at the beginning of 2024, that I started really going to the stores a lot more. And I came to realize that the deals that you get at the store are sometimes better than the deals that you can find online. And they're exclusive to the store. So they're not available to everybody else. So you have that moat. Whereas online, if you find a good deal, then a lot of people have access to it. And you know how economics work, or maybe you don't, but if everybody can get that supply and the demand stays the same, you raise the supply, keep the demand the same, the price is likely to tank. So, some of those, Nike does a sale tomorrow and they're giving out 30% off, then I bet you 3-4 weeks from now, once everybody gets their items and starts selling them, there's a high likelihood of the prices would be lower. Got to spread some of that OA knowledge. Yeah, I just got off a banging ass call with these guys, doing just these tips and tricks with Keep a Search and stuff, and that's the difference between trying to learn online and then getting on calls with people that know what they're doing. Like this type of sauce is, even if it's online, it's going to be difficult because you're not going to know what to search for. Again, look, the majority of everything is online, okay, but there's something to be said when you have a relationship and when you're in a group weekly, or sometimes more than just a week. We do 3 calls per week, so I love RA. I was just asking about you. I'm liking it more. I'm gonna be honest. I'm liking it more for the reason I just explained about. I think that sometimes you get better deals, and I like having the product in my hand, and I take pride in. Like last week, I went to several Nike stores. I was up all around South Florida, hitting up all the Nike stores. And, I'd get a big order in, bring it home, prepare it, bag and tag it, and try to hit that UPS store immediately and get those items out. So the feedback loop's a lot shorter. That's what the mastermind course. It's several G's. It's not cheap, man. It's more than several G's. Put it that way. But you get what you pay for, bro. You get what you pay for. You want to roll with big dogs, you gotta put up big dog money. It's not no $600 course, that's for sure. But they toss you the course if you need it. It's included. But De Silva, if you're ever interested, I'm in it. I mean, I forked up the money, so it's like I'm not talking about things that I wouldn't do myself. You know what I mean? So if you're ever interested, let me know. I mean, I talk to these guys all the time, and I'll let them know that you're part of my group, and yeah, I've talked to Miles about it before. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, if you're ever gonna go ahead, if you're ever gonna go ahead and want to jump into, because it's not only Miles, he's got his buddy doing one of the calls per week too, and he's his specialty. He specializes in wholesale, and he's good with the keeper search as well, and that's actually the call I was just on. But guys, like I said, don't be afraid to invest in your education. And here's another thing too: when you put a little stake down at the table, all of a sudden now you got to move. You got more of a motivation to move, because if it's all free, then yeah, I'll get to it tomorrow, and then your pace is a little slower. But let me compare it to like physical fitness. You can go to the gym and get swole and get in extra great shape by yourself. And I don't have a trainer, but let's say that I spent a G pack or two on a trainer for X amount of sessions. Now, like, you're way more forced to show up, and that person's gonna push you maybe that extra bit. So it could work for you or for others. You put a little stake down at the table. Now you're like, damn, I spend money. I gotta move now. I gotta move now. You're a little bit there. There's another reason. You gotta. That's literally raising the stake. Raise the stakes on yourself. And yeah. Again, it's not necessity, because in all honesty, guys, the majority of the information is out there. But if you want to raise the stakes and you want to increase the velocity, and also be around other people that are successful and have some of that energy rub off on you, and just build with other people that know more than you, then I think it's worth it. Honestly, I definitely think it's worth it. I was definitely one of the guys for just such a long time. I'm like, well, no, fuck that. I'll learn that shit myself. I'll do it myself. And there's a ceiling to doing it yourself. All the greats, all the great executives, and all the great entrepreneurs, they know how to work with groups, and they know how to invest and pay for other people to do things, and delegate. That's the word. So, you got to delegate your education. You got to delegate certain tasks. And that's something that I'm really wrapping my mind about, is delegating more from my, learning, and from sourcing, from everything. And you don't want to just throw all the keys out, but you see what I'm saying? The New Yorker in me won't allow me to make that commitment working through it. I lived in New York 10 plus years. I was born in LA and I was raised in Miami. So listen, I got all the big city attitude. I get it. I hustled, did everything on my own. I get it 1000%. But here's the thing. If you keep behaving the way you've always behaved, you're going to get the same results. So, what are you scared of? See what I'm saying? You got to evolve. Even with the social media, and we'll talk about personal branding and getting online and stuff too, because even with me getting on this camera and talking to you guys and being present and doing reels, talking to the camera, I thought and I still do to a certain extent. I'm like, man, this is kind of corny. The whole social media thing is kind of, I'm an OG, it's kind of corny to me. You know what I mean? I don't come from the era of social media. So just being online and posting the little video is kind of corny, but you could look at it that way and get stuck in that way, and that mentality, or you can look at it like, how am I going to benefit from this and help others as well? So you could change your attitude about things. And as I've changed my attitude about this, and this whole camera thing and the whole social media, it's actually helped me, and I've been able to grow. So what we're looking for here is growth. We can't be stuck in our ways. You could be, in your second childhood, or you can mature into the man that you need to be. And I think that the latter is the route we want to take, right? So yeah, we got a couple people join the Discord even right now while I was online. Maybe some people were watching me here. We got FBA Albania. We got Stephanie Peoples. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Check out Getting Started. Open yourself up an Amazon seller account. Get your software tools. You're going to need these software tools. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You're going to need them. If you want to build a house, if you want to be a construction worker, you're going to need a bag of tools. Okay? And the software tools are SellerAmp and Keep. I have them linked in the Discord. SellerAmp and Keep. and then get your cashback apps as well. I predominantly use Rakuten, but I've been using more Top Cash Back, and it seems like the rates are a lot higher. Do I use Inventory Lab? Yeah, I recently started using Inventory Lab, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did because I was writing down everything by hand, and tracking the accounting and stuff like that. It's wild, and this thing it's a lot more organized, and that goes back to the point that I was just trying to make. Trying to do everything on my own, like, no, I'm not gonna pay for that. I'll just put a spreadsheet and trying to do everything on your own. But no, I delegated that responsibility to the software. Yeah, it costs money. I think it's like $60 or something. It's another fee, whatever. You spend more, you're going to make more. That's the facts. If you do it wisely, if you do it for the right reason. We're not out here spending for entertainment or for gluttony, or we're not being reckless. We're spending on tools that's going to help us. So it's okay to spend on tools that are going to help you. On education, on software tools. It's good to spend more on inventory, etc. Do you do RA or OA? Yes, I do both. Predominantly, it's been OA, online arbitrage. But as I stated earlier, I'm doing a lot more retail arbitrage. What's up, B-Man? I see B-Man. Thanks to B-Man, man. B-Man's been super helpful. I jumped on a call with him the other day, and he's a cool dude. I want to see you win, B-Man. I want to see you post. I want to see you win. And, you're definitely going to be instrumental in this Discord, and you have been already. So I appreciate you, man. And congrats again for the baby. Congrats again for your son that was just born. Having children, man, it levels you up. It's the greatest thing ever. If you guys don't have children, if you don't have a family, if you're out there running around, and the family unit is the most important thing. Having children, being a father, and being that role model, and being a man. Don't be a punk, man. You know what I mean? Like, grow up and be responsible. Alex Lefty, what's up, Alex? I see you. Beats by Faded is out here. I was posting some beats today. I'm mixing Shotty's album. I haven't stopped with the records, guys. It's not just because I'm not posting the beats and stuff. I mean, I got a gang of stuff out here. I've been working on music and stuff too. So look out for more material. And guys, if you haven't checked out my catalog, I know the majority of people following me now are mostly for this Amazon stuff. But that's not the only thing I do. Check out my catalog, Tev95 on Spotify. Tev95, all one word, all caps except the E. And I got an extensive catalog. I've worked with some of the best boom bappers out there, man. I've been doing this. This is what when it comes to experience, that's what I got experience with. 1,000. That's my passion, man. But as I've said before, when you work in the arts, you always got to find other ways, or usually got to find other ways to supplement your income. And I've been always selling stuff online from eBay and all this stuff. I love selling things. So, I came across the Amazon stuff. Here I am. And then as soon as I really started sharing these videos and documenting my journey, it took off. I was talking to someone the other day that does content as well. And they're like, oh, I've done X amount of content for years. And then and he was like, where did you start and how did you? And I was like, bro, I've only been doing this for 40 days and I'm thing is banging. I've been blessed. I've been blessed. And I think part of the recipe is being candid. Keeping it 1,000. I don't worry about the high production value videos with the little trinkets and all the little things and the scripts and stuff. I don't worry about that. I keep it $150 with you, and I know in my heart that I'm keeping it real, and I hope that I'm gaining your trust by doing that, because obviously I'm here to sell, right? I got things to sell. I got offers, right? So I'm here to sell certain stuff, but I know that I'm not going to be able to do that effectively if I'm not honest and if I don't build trust first. It's all about, you got to keep your reputation up. Random question. Do you have a dream car? Nah, I don't have a dream car. I don't dream about cars at all. I mean, there's cars that I like, but, I don't have any dream cars. There was a point in time I was like, I wanted the Escalade on rims, the right, and now I don't even think about that. And obviously, I could probably have that if I want. Now, I could definitely afford it, but, maybe I will. I don't know. But as far as dream cars, I don't think about that, man. My dreams now is, how could I scale my personal brand? They're not even dreams. I'm not dreaming anymore. I'm just acting, and I'm going towards what the lifeline that I feel like that I can live in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about dreams. Like, dreams don't. Dreams are not real. They're dreams. You ever? That's what you tell your kids. Hey, it's a dream. It's not real. So stop dreaming. It's not real. Just act in the life that you want to live, and things will come to you. You got to be honest. The dreaming shit, man. Like, what are you dreaming about? I'm going to get deep on you guys because I'm here to motivate you, and I'm here to have you think in a new way. I'm here to elevate you guys. This is not just about Amazon reselling, guys. It's about being a better man. It's about being a GOAT. This is the GOAT Farm brand. You a GOAT. And you guys, sometimes you don't know it, but you are a GOAT. You are the greatest. Amen, Tab, realest dude in the room. I appreciate it, De Silva. I'm just trying to show and prove. That's all it is, man. I'm just trying to show and prove. Ron G's here. I see you. Janice is here. Boy D. Menden is here. And everybody else. Yeah, hit me with the questions. It's already past 10, so, I wanted to do this stream. I don't like staying up late, but, now that I've been doing the Zoom calls in the evening, then I start sourcing, and I went and I bought some stuff online right now. And so I'm up, and I know that there's a group of people that are not available during the day because they're doing their 9-to-5 thing and they're home now. They're probably scrolling around on their phone, lurking around, like most of you guys are. You guys are lurking. I need you guys doing more production than consumption. That's what I'm here to say. But anyhow, so while you consume, I'm going to be producing the content, and hopefully I can motivate you to do the same. Personal branding is important. Don't be scared of the camera. Get behind the camera. Talk about your story. And keep it real with the audience if that's what you choose. Some people they're not attracted to that, and it's not for everybody, But I'm speaking to those people that it's for. And you know who you are, For those that, they want to leverage social media, or those that are always scrolling around and thinking, damn, I could do this too. Yeah, you can. You can do this too, but do it your way. Don't try to mimic everybody else. Everybody has a unique story. I had Yessie hit me up on the DM telling me the same thing. Like, oh, you motivated me on that when you were talking about that personal brand. I'm going to take the course. I'm going to document my journey, and I want to help women. And I can respect that. She's like, that's her niche. That's probably what the vibe she feels. Like, I'm making an assumption here, right? Like, but put yourself out there. You don't know the tribe that you're going to attract. This is the internet. You can talk to the whole world. Don't use this to stay up on what happened with your friend in high school and the gossipy stuff. If you keep that same network, you're going to be getting the same results. If you keep the same network, you're going to keep getting the same results. So don't be scared to flip it up. And, a lot of people are scared of the public speaking, and they have second guesses about how is this going to look or that. And I'm here to tell you guys, and I said this before, I'm going to make this a trending topic here in my speeches. The big bad wolf is not going to get you. The big bad wolf doesn't even care, guys. He's not going to huff and puff and blow your house down. So go ahead and go for it. Don't be scared of the big bad wolf. The big bad wolf is interested in those that are already popping off. Shoot me the info for the mastermind course. I'm going to see if it's in the cards. I got to get more of the goats around me. Yeah. I definitely will. And, it's not my setup, but I'm part of the group, And who's in it as well? Albert. That's how I met Albert. I met him through there. That's how I met Albert. So, I'll DM it to you. But, it's ultimately the link that Miles has, but let him know that you're with me. Miles knows what I'm doing. I talked to Miles today. We were just texting, so he knows what's up. So it's it's better to come referred. Like, I'm with Alex's group. I'm here in the Discord. Bada bing. And it's always better to step to someone with a referral, right? For whatever that's worth, right? Shout out to Denise, Rico Blunt, Doc, Sherry Salam. Guys, about a few more minutes. I would say a few more minutes, and then I run like 10 minutes, but it's really past 10, so. Yeah, I feel you for sure. Yeah, it's I don't have any special link or anything like that. It's it's more of a smaller group. It's not like hundreds of people, but it's a big group. But it's not like his launchpad Discord where it's like thousands of people or anything like that. Crawford's here. I see you. Carlos is here. I see you as well. So yeah, recap. We hit up Ross today. I hit up Ross because I'm hearing you guys doing the RA, doing the beauty stuff and stuff. And I said, let me go ahead and try to see what I can snag up there. I'm scanning at Ross. Luckily, they don't have the labels covering the UPC over there at Ross. It was great. The majority of the products I was able to scan because I went to Burlington the other day. It was freaking headache. Every UPC was covered, and I know that you can scan the image on the Amazon app and go that route. But guys, I'm here with velocity. I need velocity. So I left Burlington. Forget about that. So if you guys know of a Burlington where they don't cover the UPCs, or if there's a specific item that I need to go find at Burlington, I'll consider going back. But to go scan items at Burlington, geez. So anyhow, I was over there at Ross. I hate Burlington for that. Yeah. It seems like my location wasn't the only location. It was the first time I went to Burlington. Everything was covered. It was a headache. So I went to Ross. Luckily, Ross, they had some of them. Some of them were of the UPC, the barcodes were covered, but the majority weren't. So I was scanning. I went through the beauty section. I didn't find anything. I went through the toys. Didn't find anything. Ended up over there at the art supply section there at Ross's small little art supply. I picked up some markers, but it was only a couple units. But it was definitely a banging deal. It was a good ranking, and the price was great. So I ended up picking them up. Not crazy because it's not a lot of inventory. And then I slid over to the men's sections. I started scanning the sandals. Didn't come up with anything. And then I started scanning the boxer briefs. And didn't find anything. But next to the boxer briefs, you had shirts. So I got some shirts that were at a good deal. So, I slid out with a little, almost $100 worth of inventory. But, I didn't know if it was worth my time, honestly. But I'm glad I went. And it's just about building that habit of always sourcing items. Luckily, I did another order here online. Because now my spreadsheet is growing. All the items that I bought online. So I continue to... all my buys I have on the spreadsheet, right? So I can reference that. Later on, I go and I enter the information in inventory lab, etc. But when I make a buy, it goes directly on the spreadsheet where I bought from, the item, the link, the cost, and then the ASIN that it's associated with and what it's currently listed at on Amazon. So, I know what I'm looking at. So I go back through those lists now as it's grown. Let me check out what I bought in January. Let me check out what I bought in December. That was Q4, so the prices could be different. But some items, the prices have gone lower, and they're still selling well. So I picked up some Nike kicks through an old lead that I had. Well, not even lead, an old purchase that I made. So, I saw that yesterday. I saw that again today. I was like, boom, let me go ahead and buy some of these again. This time was a different color, but... the last color was black and this color was gray. So, black and gray, they're going to sell. So that variation sells. So I picked some more of that. And so the point I'm trying to make here is that I try to make a habit of always buying every single day because I think Albert said this too, and I'm going to be saying it as well. If you don't buy, you die. If you don't buy, you die. You always want to be buying more inventory. Buy more. If you want to sell more, you got to raise your inventory stock so that you can always have stock to sell. So, I know last week I had the flu for a couple days, but I still did my burpees though. And I wasn't able to go out to the stores as much, but, hopefully it doesn't impact my goals for this month, and perhaps maybe, it will. I don't know, but I'm going to be pushing it forward, and there's no reason to look back. I sourced today. I sourced yesterday, and let's see if we go out to the stores tomorrow. Maybe I head back to the big dog stores. I'm familiar with the Nikes and the Adidas, and I'm comfortable with that. And I can move a lot quicker. So besides going to Ross today, I also went to Famous Footwear, another location here by the crib, and I've had some good success these past couple of weeks with Famous Footwear, and they were running a deal, and I didn't see it today. Maybe they cut it off, but they're running a deal that you spend over $150, you get $30 right off the order, on top of whatever clearance or whatever deals that they're offering on the shoes. So, that's good. It's another $30 off. Another $30 off right there, So I've had success with several Famous Footwear locations, but here's the thing with RA. All the locations have different deals. even if it's the same store, especially Famous Footwear. So, while I had gone to a couple Famous Footwear and found some bangers, I went to a Famous Footwear today that's closer to the crib that I hadn't gone to in a long time. And I was like, well, let me go to this one to see what they got. And they didn't have anything. And that's how I ended up at Ross, because there was there was a Ross nearby. So I ended up at Ross. And after I spent all that time not finding much items, I finding zero items at Famous Footwear, and then I only found like $100 or less than $100 at Ross. I was going to go to TJ Maxx, but then I'm like, damn, man, this is a lot, That's the thing. I don't know how some of you guys do it. Like, are you guys out there scanning fucking $10 items? You know what I'm saying? Because I want to go to Nike. I want to scan shoes, and I want to scan clothing that's selling for at least $25, $30. I don't know if I want to source little creams that sell for 10 or 15. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I see some people having success with grocery and beauty and stuff like RA. I picked up some beauty online though. Online, I picked up some beauty, and I was able to put like a $500-$600 order in. So and it all sold out. That was last in February, and then now this website is acting funny bunny with me with the discount codes, and they don't want to give up the discount codes. There's several methods that we use to always get the loop around the discount codes. And these are things you learn in the group or whatever. But with this particular website of brand of makeup that I had purchased last month, they're funny bunny with the code, and I don't know. I sell some makeup that sells for around $30. That's exactly specifically what I'm talking about. There's some makeups that were selling at. There was one that was selling at 41, and I was getting it at it was like $19. So it was a decent flip, and it sold all out within the month. And, one that was priced at 41, another one was priced at 37, and it was moving. And I had gotten the discount code on it. It was, 15% off. So that was part of my margin. But now they're fronting with the discount code. I hit them up with another email and everything, and it's not triggering. I don't know if they got me on my IP address or whatever, but I don't think the website is that savvy, honestly. So I don't know if their system's messed up or what. I don't know. You scan it for less, and when you check, Amazon sells it for 2 or 3 times more. You mean like it sells on Amazon for 2 or 3 times more? I mean, because, you could be talking about Amazon themselves selling it, or you could talk about it selling on Amazon. But when it comes to the example that I was talking about makeup, yeah, I was getting the makeup for about $19-$20, and then that particular item listing was selling for about, one was selling at 41. There's another one at 47. I don't remember specifically, but it was a good deal. It was definitely worth my investment, and it moved fast, and I had picked up like $500-$600 worth of inventory of that, and I was ready to re-up. I was ready to replenish, and they're fronting on me. So I don't know. That's the thing with makeup. And here's a little thing, is that where it's coming from. Usually it's coming from the website. Someone's selling a makeup and they're reseller friendly. There's not that many places that sell makeup. Yeah, you got the Sephora too, but some of the smaller brands, they're selling from their site. So, that's where people are sourcing it. So if you could loop the code, the discount code, or if you could loop, maybe a gift card or whatever, it may work. But, all right, guys, I've been on for a while now. I think that we're due at some point to actually, share the screen and show a little bit of the software tools and get into more of the technicals, which, I normally do that on the one-on-one calls, or I refer people to the FBA roadmap. If you really want the technicals and the how-to of the apps and the software tools and the charts and stuff, that's for the course. But I'll do some of that content eventually, or maybe I'll do maybe a live right on the Discord and go over keep a chart or something like that, just to flip it up. All right, guys, I hope everybody has a great night. Remember, stay winning. You will go. Allow yourself to win. Allow yourself. Don't dream about it. Just do it. Forget about the dreams. Dreams are not real. Live your life and picture yourself winning. and behave like you would if you were winning. Let's go. Good night.